A second chance for farmers in the 1930s.
It's just a fascinating story about how all of these families came to the Ropesville area. They were given a second chance by the Roosevelt New Deal program, a chance at farming, and it just tells the story of how farmers needed a different kind of help than the average citizen.
The Ropesville Resettlement Project was one of 78 federally funded rural projects in the 1930s. Lacey Holting with the Bayer Museum of Agriculture says this unique story is something a lot of West Texans don't know about.
They didn't want a handout, they wanted a hand up, a chance to farm and to make a decent living and to support their family, and it's just a neat story about the pioneering spirit of farmers in this area.
The museum, with the help of the people of Ropesville, is preserving a piece of this history with a house from the project built in 1938.
The people at Ropesville have just been instrumental, especially the descendants of the Ropesville Resettlement Project. Kay and Patsy have come in along with some other people, and they've made copies and duplicated all their archives, so we have all the information, the pictures, the histories of the families. Larry and Becky Smith that donated this house for us to have.
This house was one of 77 in the project, and there aren't many of the original houses left.
I think at the time there were really only 2 that hadn't been torn down, added on to, renovated. This was actually from the second set of homes that were built at the Ropesville project, and we knew there was kind of a timeline to get it in. It's really been anything we needed to make it work. The community has just stepped forth, and any need we had, they're willing and ready to help, because people in Lubbock in this community, they do value their history and their heritage, and they love to see a piece of it restored.
The exhibit is open but isn't quite finished yet.
We don't want just the house, we want a complete 1930s farmstead. So we're moving in a chicken coop, a brooder house, a granary, and a windmill, and all those items have been identified from the Ropesville project, so they're original to the project as well. We just kind of want an outdoor area where people can explore early farming and how those people lived and how they worked, and I think it will really add to our museum.
If you want to look inside this house, call the museum before you go, because tours must be scheduled.
It's not open all the time. We usually try to get our actual Ropesville volunteers that grew up on the project to come out here and interpret the house.
And the Bayer Museum of Agriculture isn't the only place in Lubbock you can learn about Ropesville. The Ranching Heritage Center is home to the original Ropes Train Depot. Cat Row, Ag Day Lubbock.